You can look at the camera or you can look at me, whatever you want to do.
Do you not want me to look at you? I'm so used to talking to you.
I don't know. You can look at me. Whatever.
I'll look the other way. I'll look the other way.
Here we go. You can look at me when you talk to me. Whatever you want.
I can't.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 6 of Inside the Mind of a YouTuber. And today I'm with my favorite guest, my special guest, and the love of my life, my girlfriend, Paige. And I'm happy to have her on because today is actually her 25th birthday.
The big 2-5.
Yeah. Well, technically tomorrow, but by the time this is out, you know, it's going to be her birthday and we're going to be doing a celebration that I haven't told you yet.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, because she always likes to try to like spoil the surprise. And I'm like, no, I'm not telling you any details this time.
This time. I didn't ask.
And we have a lot planned. But today in this podcast, we're kind of going to break down YouTube and your perspective, I guess, on like what it's like dating a YouTuber, the stuff you've had to deal with along the way, like me going away on a trip and then like you wanted to go on a date and it's like I had to battle both of that. And like sometimes I like chose the latter and I'm like, now I look back and like I want to spend more time with you. But I kind of wanted to get your input on like how hard that is and all that stuff. So I guess just, are you excited?
Yeah. I'm nervous.
Nervous? What are you nervous about?
Being in front of a camera.
Oh, you'll do great. I mean, think about the first time we like hung out. Like literally the first time we ever hung out, I was filming a vlog with my buddy Abdul and Paige. Abdul. Paige happened to be there. We met this guy slacklining and then you literally popped up and was like, I'm going to try it. And you did the slacklining thing and I was filming you. And like in that moment, what was your initial thought? Like, this guy's fucking weird or like?
No, I thought you were hot, so I was like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and be cool like you.
That was fun. I mean, let's be real. You're the cool one. You are extremely talented in all aspects of life. I mean, even in the past 3 years on YouTube, like you've helped me grow in so many different ways within like remodeling, brand development, design, email marketing, like the list goes on and on. Like I just appreciate the living hell out of you. But more importantly, like your outlook on everything, like you have a positive mindset towards everything I do. And it's like, you're always motivating me more and more to like continually push myself. And it's like, I wish I would have listened to you more. Cause I talked about this in a previous podcast where it's like, I said, my girlfriend, you know, she suggested that I like started doing reels and TikTok and stuff. And I kind of like shot it down. But like now that I look at it, I was like, my buddy got 100,000 followers on Instagram. And like, I'm sitting here at like 16K. So I think we should start at the beginning and then kind of go through the years and as it got easier, harder and all that stuff. So I want your opinion on the concept of a picture is 1,000 words and like a video is priceless to me because that's what I believe. So like, what's your thoughts on that?
Just on videos?
Yeah, like on our vlogs, on the memories that we've created together. Like, what does that mean to you? Because I mean, we just got back from a cruise.
I know. I honestly love the vlogs. Like the vlogs for me are, like you said, it's priceless. And it's just, it takes you back to the moment. And not only the moment, but like the feelings. Like every time I watch the Vegas one, we weren't dating yet. But I get butterflies like it's the first time again. And I love watching that video because it just brings me back to that.
And that feeling, I remember like specifically the helicopter. You were so nervous to jump on this helicopter. And I'm like trying to comfort you and say like, oh my gosh, it's going to be completely okay. But I agree with you because like every now and then, like even if we're going through a rough patch, like I'll watch that video. I'm like, damn, this girl's hot. This girl's incredible. She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And like, it brings back those initial memories and like kind of like reignites that spark. Yeah. And I think that's what's the best thing. Like even when I started on YouTube, it was just all about sharing my creativity with the world. And now it's like people are watching these videos from literally all over the world. And like it's nuts to think. Like when you break it down, it's like we only have like maybe 4 to like 5 videos together. And that's because I took a hiatus because like I was focusing on my life and work. Yeah. And I also want to talk about that aspect of things, like how hard work is and YouTube and managing a relationship. So like when you look at our journey together and you see like all the trips that I've gone on, because like last year I was gone like 220 nights away from home, like from YouTube and work. Yeah. and the whole summer. So it's like gave up a lot, but I kind of want your input. Is that hard?
It's hard. I mean, there's like two different sides of the scale, right? Like it's your opportunity and like, yeah, my feelings matter, but at the same time, like that's an opportunity that you need to go get. But I'm at home by myself and it's just like, damn, I miss him. And it's like, I don't even leave the house, which that's bad. If you're in a long distance relationship, go find hobbies. Cause I definitely didn't. No, but like even retiring from cheer and like being here alone, I kind of don't know what to do with myself. And then I find things that I want to do with you. But that's the thing, it's I want to do it with you. So if I like go do it by myself, it's like, it's not the same because I wanted to do it with you. So it's like I save like a list of 100 things that I want to do, but it's I want to do it with you. So it's like I kind of miss out on those opportunities. And I mean, I guess I should do them, but I don't because I want to do it with you. You
totally should. And I think that's respectable. And I love that about you because then like every experience we do is like, it's like a new experience. And that's the thing too, is like, even like with our relationship, like anytime we do the same thing, like it could be something new. Like every time we go into something, like we have to go into that mindset of like, yeah, this is exciting. This is fresh. This is new. Like Christ, I even took you on a date to the same restaurant that we went to that we both said we hated.
That was funny.
But I was like, oh my God, she's going to love it. But like she already went there. So I was like, all right, whatever.
With you.
Yeah. But I think our future is bright. And this like cruise vlog like got me excited. Actually, I know our future is bright. Not think. But the cruise vlog got me excited because like it's not the greatest video in the world, but like it captured what we went through and like shot after shot. And literally like we didn't expect that. Like we were just going to chill and relax. And then the people at Tequila A Go-Go and Senior Frogs decided.
Check out Tequila A Go-Go.
Yes. It's pretty awesome.
Senior Frogs, in my opinion. I loved it.
But I wanted to ask you, so whenever I'm gone, do you find yourself like going back to those videos, like you said, like watching them over and over again, or like anything that we've created on Instagram, stuff like that? Because like that's sometimes what I liked watching. Like it's your birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch that birthday video that I did for you a while ago because I love that. It's like, it's just a highlight of all our crazy moments and Snapchat and stuff. So I think it's something special. And I just wanted to say thank you for literally everything on like my entire YouTube journey, because you've been there through it all. And also you've been there on the business side. So like, let's go back to 2019. I want to say.
Yep. Nope. You're right.
I am just finishing out like this massive pack. And literally like we were talking through the whole launch of it, everything going on. And I spent nights and nights creating this pack. And for everyone watching and listening, it was called the Ultimate Effects Pack. And that's what I still sell to today. So I told Paige, like, yeah, I'm working on this thing nonstop. I can't really talk much, all this stuff. And then she was supporting me through the whole thing. She's like, oh my God, you should do this. You should do that. And I just like instantly saw, I'm like, oh my God, this girl totally loves YouTube, like loves what I'm trying to do, understands my audience and stuff. And I released it. And the first person I called was literally you. And I was like talking you through it, and like we made a game out of it that like every time I got a sale,
drinking a beer.
I had to like drink a beer or something. And like I was thinking like I was gonna get a couple sales, but it
like
ended
Angry
up like
Orchard.
Yeah, it was like $13,000 in one night, and I was like, oh my God,
Mind
baby,
blown.
we could do it. So that's when I knew we could make a business out of it.
Yes.
But I wanted to ask you a couple questions.
On the list.
I have a list here of questions that I've came up with.
Okay.
With the help of Chat GPT.
Shout out. Shout out.
So when you found out that I was a YouTuber, and obviously after that first time you mentioned it a little bit, what did that ring in your brain? Or what did that tell you? Like, oh my God, this guy's poor? Like, what?
No, it was interesting because, I mean, when you're dating, like, I feel like everybody has like a checklist or like the must-haves or something, right? And I mean, I was in cheer and it was obviously going to be long distance, so I didn't know if it was going to be serious or not. I went for it like it was, and yay, because it is.
We're still here.
We're still here. We're cruising, literally. But no, yeah, I just honestly, I was excited because you made it like, yeah, it's your business, but it's like you put me into it with you. It's not like, oh, it's my thing.
Yeah.
It's like you took me with you along the ride and like you opened up your business to me. It wasn't just like, hey, this is my thing. See you in 2 hours. I'm doing my thing. Bye. It was definitely like I want to bring you into it type of thing. So I just felt like your YouTube journey that you had prior and then with us now, like you've built this whole thing, but like you've taken me on the ride. So it's been just like a fun journey all the way through.
I love that. I mean, I've definitely taken you on the ride for a lot of things. And when you think about it, remember when because right now we're living in a house, but like a year and a half, 2.5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was living in an apartment for a couple of months. And then you came down one time and then you got to like see the actual mind working. Because like literally we watched a movie. Tomorrow was Tuesday, so then I had to like make a tutorial, and I haven't made one yet because I want to spend time with her. But I'm like, we're going to bed, and then all of a sudden it's like 2 a.m. I get up and I'm like, I have an idea. Oh my god, this girl's gonna kill me. She's gonna hate me. And I think that's the intro of that tutorial. Like literally, I rolled over. I was like, hey babe, would you be mad if I did a YouTube video right now? And then she's like, no. So then I was like, I did this whole video, released a preset pack, and like I think I gave it away for free, but like in that moment I was just like, wow, this is really fun. Like this is possible. This could work. And currently my studio's upstairs and then her bedroom and studio is down here. So like I can work up there while she's sleeping, which is great. But those are my favorite memories. Like I was so motivated. I was so energized by the thought of creating content, and you were right beside me, and you still are beside me. And I absolutely love that because like literally the future is so bright for the both of us. And I just hope that we keep growing with that.
I honestly think, just to add on to that, it's like you want your partner to grow, obviously, but it's like seeing your excitement and like the little fire that gets lit in you is like, that's the thing that's so special to me. And like what draws me to like wanting to help you and like let you do your thing. Cause it's like at the end of the day, I know I'm there with you and it's always going to be you and me. So.
Aw, my heart. With you and me.
Yes.
What was your initial thought of being on camera? Because even before this, you said, I'm nervous and all this stuff. It's like, what's your initial thought? Like, would you be okay, like, just being on more videos? And, like, you've been on a couple tutorials of mine, too. Like, you've been the front and center thing of, like, these videos that have hundreds of thousands of views now. So it's, like, kind of crazy. So,
I mean, I told you, if you need me, I'm there. I mean, I think it's fun. Specifically, I think it's fun in vlogs. Just because... I don't know, it's like bringing everybody into living like our experience, and everybody experiences things so different. So I think that's just a fun aspect. And being in the vlog, at first I was like, oh, I feel awkward. But no, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience of a lifetime, I always say. Like everything's new and fresh, but when we document it, it just like makes a permanent memory. It's like a dream, and then you get to relive that dream.
In Vegas, that's when it hit me, like just watching you be just you and like not fake, not like disingenuous. Like it was genuinely, truly you. And you didn't care who was watching. You didn't care who was around. It was just me and you and the camera, and we were just having a ball of a time. So.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's the hard thing nowadays on content that we're trying to get back into. It's like being comfortable in front of the camera and be able to like look at a camera, like literally like right now and stuff. I wanted to ask to switch gears a little bit and kind of get down through this list before this podcast is 3 hours long, because I know I can talk to you for 3 hours long. I mean, our first phone calls were like 10 hours long.
Yeah, they were
falling
long,
asleep,
long
all that
distance
stuff.
calls, man.
So being in a relationship with me, obviously, you'll get like random followers. You'll get like random comments. You'll get like random
DMs.
Random DMs. So I kind of wanted to break down that random DM. Like you got a DM from one of my subscribers who followed you after the fact. What was that DM about? Do you remember?
It was about one of your packs. It was definitely a digital product. I'm pretty sure it was the pack, and he was saying that it just wasn't working, and he couldn't get a hold of you, and you were on business trip after business trip after business trip. And so I was like, just knowing what you've been doing and like how hard you're working, I just sat there like, okay, I know this dude probably didn't go through the FAQ page like you said, or didn't watch like your little video that you have attached to it. And so I kind of honestly just played like your customer service operator.
You went full assistant mode.
I totally did, because I was like, well, I'm sorry. And I did the whole like crap sandwich.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's just like the whole thing is like I design these products to be easy to use and they work. So like I'll create tutorial after tutorial, an FAQ page, everything in there. And it's like even still people get it wrong. So after I replied to the dude, he's like, oh, no worries. I just forgot to watch the video on it and all this stuff. It works. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't mind if y'all follow my girlfriend, but like don't be hitting her up about something that's not working on my end. I think that's a very oversteppage, but I really love that you were able to respond to that scenario.
Oh, I don't take it hard.
Good.
It's all good.
We're going to get into some tough questions in here. So you better be ready for this. Have you ever felt jealous of the attention that I receive from my viewers or subscribers?
No.
Is that a no question mark or a no exclamation point?
No, because I was thinking about it. But no, I haven't. Because, I mean, I definitely lived my time right through, like, cheer. And it's like, I feel like I kind of got my own little, I'm not cheer famous, just so y'all know. But like I got my time to shine. So it's like, I feel like I definitely peaked at that point, and I know how it feels, and it's rewarding, and I would want the same for you. So no.
I like that. And that's good, because it's like in our field of work, it's like you have to work with different types of people all over the world. And it's like, it's great that I'm not like working for Pornhub, because I mean, that would be horrible. And we would not be.
That would be red flag.
Yeah, that'd be red flag. No offense if anyone's doing that. But like, I like to keep my stuff thing. And even if I was doing something like that, like I'd love to like bring you along. Like not that stuff, but like I would bring you along on the trip for my assistant and stuff. Okay. So how do you feel that you support me and my channel, both emotionally and practically? And like, what are some tips that you can give someone else who is dating a YouTuber?
Honestly, just feel like if you're giving somebody a hug, it's that embrace that I want you to feel like emotionally and supportively from me. So when you're like going through it and it's like you do have to stay up at 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. and maybe pull an all-nighter, and it's like I more than anything want to go to bed with you. But I totally understand that you may have your ideas just spark or whatever, and you need to get it done. So I just think about it being like, I'm emotionally hugging you. Like I'm supporting you, and I'm embracing you, and I'm embracing your career, and I want you to blossom in it and just feel that fire as long as it can go.
I love that. And that's the big line. That last line you said, as long as it can go. That's a really big thing. And
it's tough.
It's hard. I want to let everyone know that like I went through like a burnout phase. Like I was totally burnt out from YouTube, and I wasn't posting, and like literally I was not motivated at all. And like you went through that. She tried. She literally tried. She's like, yo, make a video this week. Make a video. Here's a great idea. And I was just like, yeah. And I kept shutting it down. Because like once you feel like that and it's like pretty low, like it's not a good feeling, and like it's hard. So I think it's just like, now I'm doing more than ever. Like I'm literally on the up and up, on the grind, and it's like the algorithm's kicking back in, and it's like this channel has like, I don't know, 30 subscribers now. So if this video gets 100 views,
growth is growth.
I would be shocked. But I think it's fun starting fresh, and it's rewarding. Like that's why even you were excited to do this podcast. Well, you might not have been, but
no, I'm definitely excited.
I said you gotta jump in.
But to add on to like that last part, like if you are dating somebody that is in like YouTube or photography or videography, whatever, like I definitely noticed when you were like not feeling it. So it's like I just wanted to be that encouragement and that like system of support when maybe nobody else knew it was going on, but I totally did. So that's like I just wanted to be your embrace, and I always want to be your embrace. So
well, I appreciate you, and I appreciate that more than anything, because we all go through tough times, and I'm like, you're my rock, and I'm your rock too.
Yes.
Sometimes
always.
I'm a little pebble, but I'm trying. So, all right, we're going to go through 3 questions.
Okay.
You got to do 1-sentence answers. It could be a long run on, but they have to be 1 sentence.
Okay.
How do you feel about being part of my creative process and helping me come up with ideas for content?
I don't know. I feel like the ideas kind of just, they like go on top of what you're already talking about. I feel like your brainstorm, you shoot the ideas out, and I'm the person that's like, write it down, write it down, write it down. And then that's like the exciting part, to be in the process.
I like that. Have you ever had to deal with any backlash or negativity from my online community? Could be a yes or no.
No.
Good. Good job, guys.
Yeah. No.
How do you feel about me sharing personal information about our relationship or our lives online, like on vlogs or podcast?
I definitely don't mind it at all. And I know this is probably going to be longer than a sentence, but I know when there's like, if someone would have told me like more in depth about a long distance relationship, because we definitely started out long distance, like I would have appreciated that. But it's kind of like me and you had to like test the waters.
Yeah.
And all we ever heard was long distance is hard, bro.
Oh, it's not going to work.
Yeah. Like it's never going to work out, dude. And it's just like, those comments aren't encouraging. And anybody out there doing long distance, definitely like push through it the best you can, because there are always highs and lows, but it's like there's also highs and lows at home. So it's just like getting through that is like going to be a mountain in itself, but it's like it's so rewarding at the end. So stick with it.
Yeah, I mean, anything you do in life, there's always going to be highs and lows. And it's like you just got to look at the peaks and maybe not so much the valleys. I think that's the saying I was trying to do.
Yeah, you did it the other day to me. And
I did it the other day, and I was like, the troughs and valleys. And I'm like, that's not it.
I thought of a pig trough, and I was like,
All right, here's a fun one.
All right.
Do you feel like our relationship is affected by the online persona I have created on YouTube? Now, this, I'm going to rephrase this because that's talking about my character on YouTube. Like if I was a prank channel, like our relationship might be affected if I'm like hanging out with chicks all day, right? So do you feel like our relationship is affected by me spending so much time on YouTube?
I mean, yes and no. I feel like now, because you have like your set days and it's kind of like planned out. I'm a planner. We know this. So when it's planned out, that's honestly easier for me, but it's like, you definitely do a great job at like, if you get things done early or whatever, it's like I'm in the middle of work and you come down and you say, hey, you want to do a date night tonight? Like that is the best thing ever to me. And I think that compensates for what goes on.
I love that. I love that a lot. All I have to do is literally say I love that about you. Because like everything you say, it's like, this is on point. And like even this weekend, I know I said tomorrow, but like this weekend, we're going to have a lot of dates, a lot of fun stuff because really we're celebrating you.
Oh,
so
I'm excited. This is also one of the first surprises that I haven't ruined.
Yes, she always ruins them every single time.
I try to be private investigator.
How do you envision our future together, especially as it pertains to like my YouTube channel and online presence?
Well, I don't really know where I'm going to end up. So, I mean, I think you leave huge shoes to fill. And it's just like everything you do, if I could have a freaking gold star for all of it, I would. But I just think what you do is amazing. And our future is very bright because I think you just put 100 and I know I put 100. But it's just like you're constantly thinking about me and Odin. And it's just like, Odin's our dog, by the way.
Yeah, Odin's our dog.
Yeah.
He's in the beginning of this video. We're still going to put that in there.
But no, like I just think you're always thinking about us at the end of the day. And I appreciate that so much. So I think our future is definitely bright.
I think I put you guys first because like you guys are truly my number one. Like in everything I do, like the late nights, like when you're sleeping and I'm going up there to edit or something and it's like I'm tired, I keep pushing through because it's like that's like YouTube can be a full-time income for some people.
Mhm.
And granted, I have like multiple sources of income, but like YouTube's like one of the main ones because of selling digital assets and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like I need to put in the effort to
Mhm.
make new products so that we can like live our lives. And like being as young as we are, like you're 25, like being able to do what we can do is because like we work hard, and you
Yeah.
work really hard. I work really hard. Odin works really hard. I mean, he's sleeping right now, but I think it's just like we have to keep pushing each other and
Yeah.
grinding. So with my schedule and like working really hard, have
Mhm.
you ever had to adjust your plans because of my YouTube commitments?
All the time.
Mhm. That seems like a reoccurring thing, and we kind
Yeah.
of talked about it earlier too, but it's like I think we kind of get into a position of like understanding that, and like I'm recognizing that, so it's not
Yeah.
just me pushy of like, hey, sorry, I can't do that. I got to do this thing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I think you can always learn from each other if you just like talk and communicate, because
Mhm.
that's the biggest thing that we had is like, yeah, I'm going to do this. But like, I literally
Yeah.
tell you whenever I'm doing anything. And like,
Yep.
now, you know, Tuesdays I do this,
Mhm.
Wednesdays I do that. It's all planned out and stuff. All right. Have you ever felt pressured to appear a certain way or act a certain way whenever I'm filming you?
No.
Not at
I'm
all.
still giggly me.
Mhm. You are giggly. And I will recommend everyone listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening or watching on YouTube, go check out our vlog channel where we
Yeah.
posted the cruise vlog. It's like called like Cozumel was nuts. It's so fun. But like you will literally just see Paige come out, and like she's the life of the party that trip. So it was a lot of fun.
I try.
I absolutely loved it. But you didn't even feel pressured like when I asked you to like film that running video, like you had to sprint and run for camera and all this stuff, and we did like a whole BTS thing. Like that was fun.
Yeah, that's fun to me. I like doing it, and I like helping you. Like
Yeah.
even when you used to do the product videos,
Yep.
like I am all here for it.
You know when I said you were part of it for 4 to 5 videos?
Yeah.
I think you've been in like 10 to 15 now that I think about it. Because like there's a lot. Like we've done videos on
Yeah.
our kitchen counter, like flipping coffee around.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that one.
me too. How do you deal with the stress of being in a relationship with someone who has to meet strict deadlines for their YouTube content and work?
I'm still dealing with it.
Yeah.
No, like I said before, like the hobby thing. I definitely recommend hobbies.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely am trying to get more into it. But even like working out again, I went through a lull of not working out. So I think like
I'm in it right now, so I'll get there.
Timmy.
That's what we named my stomach. Probably gained 10 pounds from the cruise.
That's
so
all right. That's all right.
We'll lose it off. We're pretty fit.
Yeah, but no, like working out, and just like busying myself, and even with like Odin, just like taking care of him when you're doing your stuff. It's like I know if I want to go for a run and just get out of the house while you do your thing, that helps.
And that's great. And I need to go on some more runs with you because that'd be fun. If we start off jogging, I think I can do it.
Okay.
And then we can get back up to those 8-minute, 7-minute, 6-minute miles because that would be fun.
Oh, your 550 mile.
Yeah. Bring back my 554 mile.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed any changes in my behavior or personality since I started doing YouTube? If so, what are they? And you can talk about the whole process because I feel like I've gone through a little wave.
Yeah, I mean, definitely when we first started dating, like I feel like that was your high for sure. I mean, on and off camera, you're just amped all the time. Amped Kyler. And then you definitely, when you started your job, like your full-time job, that's kind of when you hit the lull because I think, like you said, like burnout.
Yeah.
And that was like a very real thing. And it wasn't like you were faking anything. I think you're very real, but it's just like for your YouTube, it was really trying to push yourself to be amped versus like you just being amped.
Yeah.
That was the thing I only noticed. And I mean, on and off camera, you definitely have your days where you're amped or where you're not, you know, everybody does.
Oh, yeah. And
But yeah, go
I
ahead.
agree. I think it's like as I get older and as I like start to get out of my college phase, I'm like trying to think about like more things like from a business side of like life. Like,
Yeah.
damn, you have to do a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
to make money because like life's expensive. Like when I look at bills and everything, I'm like, all right, I got to keep doing this. I got to keep grinding. Got to keep working. And then like I lose some of that passion. So I can definitely agree that from when we first started dating, it has tapered off a little bit, but like it goes up and down. So it's like
no, totally.
we're on the up right now, and it's like just trying to have the best possible life we can with communication and just like talking to each other.
Communicating
is key. Nice. Noggin. Dude. How do you feel about me collaborating with other YouTubers or social media influencers? I mean, I've done that a couple times. Went to Sony Camera Camp and all that stuff. Like, what does it seem like when I'm like on cloud 9 from there, but like you can't be there? Is that like, does it feel like a sense of like, damn, like FOMO, like I'm missing out, or I wish I could be there?
I definitely feel FOMO because like Sony Camera Camp looked totally awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes I get FOMO, and like even on your trips, it's like, I know I could go out drinking with my friends, but it's like most of my friends you work with. And it's just like, I definitely sometimes wish I could be there. So yeah, but it's not like the end of the world.
Yeah. You know, sometimes it's like, if I could bring you everywhere, I would. And like, that's what I plan on doing.
I can't go everywhere.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is like, we can't really travel everywhere because we have our dog Odin and like, we like to take care of him and stuff. But like, we can get people to watch him and stuff. But every now and then we can get you out of the house.
And I have my own work.
And you have your full-time job as well. So that takes a lot of time. So speaking of work, how do you feel about the financial aspect of my YouTube channel, such as like brand deals, sponsored content?
Oh, I think it's great. I wish you would do more.
Yeah.
I think you need to be your own influencer. I've said it for years, and I think it needs to happen.
I think if the universe wants it, then it will happen. Because, I mean, you've helped out with countless product reviews, and then even, like, one of my favorite ones that we've done recently, well, in, like, the last year or so, was Adobe reached out in collaboration with Halsey and Marshmallow. And I can't give away numbers, but they paid a pretty good amount to basically film a video with my girlfriend and post it to Instagram. And it was like awesome. Like I absolutely loved it because it's like, okay, so you're going to pay me to like just make a video on the girl that I love. And I was like, that makes sense. So of course you're going to love those brand deals and stuff. But it's definitely something that like I would like to keep going further. Cause like I remember you've even done some yourself. Like,
yeah, the gimbal, my favorite.
Yeah, you did the gimbal video.
That's my favorite camera
I'm talking about you.
The gimbal.
Not me. I'm talking about you. The straw.
Oh, I've done a straw and then Celsius.
Yep. Straw and Celsius. So even there, it's like you're starting to work with brands and stuff.
And Odin. Odin has his own little ambassadorship. Yeah.
Our dog, Odin, has his own little program, and he's just like a little influencer puppy. Like
Sleepy Cotton Company. Check it out. Odin 15 for 15% off.
I love that. See, our life is so incredibly awesome when we have each other, and it's like it can be even more awesome like when we have a camera. But like I feel like I've kind of taken the back seat in YouTube when it comes to like relationship, and like this question made me think of it. It's like, have you ever feel like our relationship has taken a back seat to my YouTube career? Like I put the YouTube first, and like I feel like nowadays, like yeah, you could say yes, but like nowadays it's like changed for me. Like I don't pick up the camera as much anymore. And I think that's because like I'm trying to focus on our future and like our relationship. Cause like that's exciting. Like the next step in our relationship, that's the biggest thing to me. And like I'm so ready for that moment. It's just a matter about finding the right time, the right place, making sure it's still a surprise. There is not a ring on our finger yet, but there will be.
I did.
So what do you think? Like, do you think YouTube's making me take a backseat sometimes?
I think YouTube combined with your full-time job, it does take a backseat.
Yeah.
I don't think like YouTube solely by itself does.
Yep. I think that is correct. And I don't say this like I hate my job, because like I actually love my job. It's challenging at times. It pushes me. And
it's challenging because the traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traveling nonstop. That was a hard thing. But hopefully as you grow within the company, then you don't travel as much. But what do you envision like our future now with like me having a full-time job, doing the YouTube thing, dating you, taking care of Odin, like wanting to stay fit and stuff? Like what do you envision like that growing to be?
Well, I definitely hope my fitness schedule gets better.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, honestly, I just feel like the less travel thing is the only, like, big thing that I see, like, obstacle-wise, just because, like, with kids, is, like, even with Odin, I think I take, like 10,000 photos of him.
Yeah, we
But
have about 1 million.
Yeah, but it's, like, it's going to be 10 times worse with a kid, and I just feel like if you're traveling all the time, like, I want you to be just as involved with the kid as I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's going to be, like, some balance things that have to happen, but it's like, for the most part, I would like you to be there. And I just feel like traveling right now, like, that's no.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just really the big obstacle.
Yeah. And I think, like, also in the future, though, like, we haven't talked about it much, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be like that family that can travel with their kid a lot.
Totally.
And,
I am not going
yeah.
to be one of those homebodies with a child.
for
They
sure.
are going everywhere.
and if we can get into a position and, like, position ourselves 5
Yeah.
years from now to, like, be financially stable on our own, like,
Mm-hmm.
the dream for us, I think, would just to be 2 stay-at-home, like, little captains of our little doggy ship over there and just, like, take care of Odin and do what we want to do and push each other creatively and just, like, emotionally, physically, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, everything.
But I think that comes with time and
Oh, yeah.
our passion that we have now.
And we're
is-
still young.
And we're still young. So
Yeah.
it's like, we're just going to keep pushing towards that goal. But I think I always say, like, it's give and take. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, right now I am traveling a lot, but 5 years from now, maybe I'm not. So
Yeah.
that's the goal. And I think that's, like, what we talk about and
Agreed.
stuff. But I kind of want to leave the last few questions to you.
Oh,
If you wanted to ask me anything,
jump in the driver's seat.
we're jumping in the driver's seat
Yes.
to wrap up this podcast. So what do you got, Paige?
Well, I didn't come prepared with questions, mister.
Neither did I. This paper is a lie. It's blank, see?
That's
There's
so
nothing on
false.
it.
Flip it over.
Uh-uh.
Little jokester.
Yeah.
I feel like, I guess, like, how do you feel collaborating with, like, all these different people? Like, do you ever have, like, something in your mind thinking, like, oh, Paige wouldn't like this or anything like that?
I mean, occasionally. Like, I always put you first and stuff, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you never know who you're going to collaborate with
Mhm.
and stuff. So it's like, honestly, like, I will take any opportunity to meet new people. I mean,
Mhm.
you've seen this countless times. Like some of our best friends that we have now is because I was out one-wheeling or on my unicycle, and then they were, like, looking at me. I was like, hey, do you guys want to try this out?
Ashley and Omar.
Yeah, Ashley and Omar. And they're like, oh, no, it's good. I'm like, no, bro, you have to get your girl, get her to try this. It's so fun. And then they ended up trying it, and now they're, like, hanging out with us all the time, and we're hanging out with
My
them.
girl
And it's just
bestie.
like literally, that's how best friends start.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm very social, and she knows that and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, that's sometimes what we have to deal with is, like, I can literally talk to anyone, and sometimes it's a downfall. Like, you meet someone, and then it's like, we end up not liking them. It's like, all right, whatever, we'll just move on from that. So it's like, just figuring out the best thing forward that we can do and navigate is what is going to be great. So ideally, in a perfect world, I would collaborate with anyone and everyone
Mhm.
and just see what happens. If it works out, it works out.
Do
If
you
it doesn't,
feel like you don't collaborate with anyone and everyone?
no, I feel like I've been more reserved. Like, I tell you
Okay.
every week, like, I cancel or I don't accept like 99% of the business inquiries that go through
Mhm.
my email a week because it's like not passionate about it or I don't like what they have to offer and stuff. So I feel like if I started saying yes more, then maybe I'll be bigger. But I wasn't really about YouTube for the money, and you know that. Like, I
Oh,
didn't start
totally.
it for the money. I just started it because I love sharing my creativity. So I think
Mm-hmm.
if I started saying yes more, yeah, we'd be working more and you would be working more as well because I'd put you to work.
I would love that. That was my only question.
That was your only? Came out with one question and it was a banger.
I try
Banger.
and please the people. Barely know her.
That's for my friends in college. We do this like weird thing. I'm not even going to explain it here. But I think that's it. We're going to get some sleep. And when we wake up, we have a jam-packed day of adventures because it's your birthday.
Ah, woo, woo. Quarter of a
Mm,
century.
mm, mm.
Quarter of a century.
25. You can now like buy a rental car. You can...
Not buy.
Well,
Rent a rental car.
I guess you can. You can invest in a rental car. No, you have to rent a rental
No.
car and I think that's about it. Besides some cruise lines, you can like cruise with a passenger, but 25 is a huge year. It's like a quarter of a century, half of a 50 years.
Whoa.
I'm
Let's
tired.
stop before you go in a deeper hole.
All right, baby. I love you.
I love you always.
Let's go. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you guys are on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, drive and get home safely. Peace.